So, shit's on fire. We got a buy one, get one hurricane. I heard at some point an asteroid's going to come in November.
Yeah, the hurricane, the buy one, get one hurricane deal also came with a coupon for free fires in Northern California.
The West Coast, of the United States. So, jokey haha, we're fucked.
Jokey haha, please God, be safe.
Yeah, no matter where you are in the United States, please stay safe. Those outside of the United States, please keep us in your thoughts. Because it's a very little known fact, but the United States has the most extreme weather in the entire world, specifically because of its geography. So this isn't a bit. Because of the way the United States is structured in that it's wide and it has two mountain ranges that are equally kind of long, Tornado Alley, whatever fuck, is
Tornado
legit
Alley.
the fault of two whole mountain ranges, the Appalachians and the Rockies, just being a funnel, taking all the wind in there and saying, fuck you, Midwest.
Fuck you.
And then, America's got to worry about both sides of cyclones, be it Atlantic or Pacific. and then on top of that, whenever, the Saharan desert, dust comes across, it always hits the United States because that's just how the wind fucking blows. So, America's fucking weather sucks. Real bad.
We're kind of not okay, actually.
No.
No.
You know who else is not okay? Me.
Who?
Baby.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Legit warning to you listeners, for the next couple of months, if we're a little late on an episode, I have a lot of medical shit coming up. It all kind of hit me all at once. We're trying to figure out what it is. I'm fine, but I'm a little to be honest, I'm a little worried about my employer being hey, are you really this sick all the damn time? But the good thing is my contract is actually not with the schools that I work at. And my contractor knows what's up. So, I should be good.
So
if the schools want to get rid of me, fuck them. The ones that really don't like me, I don't like them back, so fuck them.
Hey, fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids. But no, this isn't my pity party vlog. Though, think of you for the vent. Think of you. We're actually Paramecia Fancast, a One Piece fancast where we review the latest chapter One Piece and have a different One Piece related discussion every single week. My name is Franz. Did it in one breath.
Hey, my name is John, and I did that in one breath.
Not to be not to compare the workload, but I think mine was a bigger flex. But
It was all one. We both did, we both did equal amounts of work in one breath. You know what I'm saying?
Agree to disagree. I'm just gonna do the whole damn episode one breath. Fuck it. That I'm looking at the waveform right now for that breath that I took.
That's gonna be. Yeah.
Good luck.
Good luck, everyone. Yeah, no. We're here. We're back with the new fucking chapter 988. Sorry for the wait.
Which is really funny.
Yeah. After a break week, that's actually sorry for the wait.
And especially going into a break week.
Yeah. Sorry for the break. Sorry for the wait at the end of the chapter. Fuck you.
I also forgot to mention, slipped my mind. Adri's not on the episode this week because she has to do some prep for work tomorrow. Between ferrying me around to the hospital and this and that, shit's got busy. So the poor thing, like she's got some prep work to do. If she has an opinion, she's like literally sitting right next to me. If she's got something to say, she'll speak up. I have no doubt. She said she's gonna shower soon because she needs to sleep. So scratch that.
No,
fuck.
Hot takes
I'm a liar
from the
now.
shower. Hot takes from the shower.
She's gonna beam them in with her hot takes. No, we talked about it. So like we talked about the episode earlier today. So anything that she brought up, I'll bring up.
Hell yeah.
And attribute, credit the artist.
This week, you're the official Adri liaison.
Yeah, exactly. Given that we live together and all.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we're here with that fresh old chapter, and it's got the man, the legend,
Volume
the
32,
myth.
Gangbage's Oh My Family. Despite the Navy bombardment, I'm still like your father. Our guy. Pound D pussy. Unbeknownst to anyone, gold medal Olympian at the breaststroke, dog.
Michael Phelps, who?
Yeah. Michael Phelps, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Man, smoking weed and shit, bro.
Yeah,
it's all
weed's
about
whack.
Fucking Pound D pussy. Doing
He's
the breaststroke in the middle of a fucking war zone.
Gives no fucks. He's just out here. He's gonna make, like, you know, Oda loves to pull, like, Pound's just the punching bag, and Oda just keeps shooting him with his gag gun.
Yeah.
And you know what? We're gonna get a happy end.
Yeah.
I feel it in my bones.
It reminds me of there's a Dragon Ball Super episode where they bring back the Dr. Slump characters, which was the the gag manga that Toriyama wrote before Dragon Ball. And Vegeta goes up against Aurelie, and then he like fights her, and she like kicks him, and he's like, "Oh my god, like I'm no match for a gag character. Like their power is infinite."
Dude, it's like here at Paramecia Fancast, we are notoriously anti-power scalers, but devil's advocate, if we were power scalers, at least we understand that, like, there's like triple S tier, like completely unbreakable, like Kaido Big Mom kind of shit, and then the level above that is the Bugs Bunny Roger Rabbit tier.
The Bugs Bunny tier in the
with
power
an
scale.
asterisk, like, if it's funny, they can do anything.
Yeah.
Like, someone out there, it's a pretty popular comic, and I'll put it on the Discord. There's a comic out there of, like, Thanos about to, like, snap everyone, but, like, Bugs Bunny has him, like, wait in, like, a TSA, like, airport check line. And then, like, Thanos is passing through the, like, metal detector, but the fucking gauntlet is made out of metal.
And he takes
he takes it off. Shit's so good. Like,
unstoppable, bro. Thanos is like Thanos would fall for that shit, dumbass. Like,
I mean, like, no joke. In at least in the comics, that's like the closest thing to how they get Thanos. They have to, like, fucking duck season, rabbit season him.
No, I literally want a scene where, like, Kaido's about to fight. Fuck, I don't even know who Kaido would fight. Fuck it. Kaido's fighting, like, Luffy or somebody, and, like, he's about to swing with his fucking club, and then Luffy blows a whistle, and then Kaido stops, and Luffy's like, nah. He switches out Kaido's club with, like, something else, and then he's like, all right. A baseball bat. And then he blows the whistle to start it again, and then Luffy, using Kaido's own club, just smacks the shit out of Kaido.
Like, gag characters are completely unbeatable. And, like, to prove this thesis, actually, there's a new Jump series, like, what's it called? Hard-Boiled Cop and, like, Dolphin or something?
Yeah, Hard-Boiled Cop and Dolphin.
Like, it it's like only a couple of chapters long right now, like less than 10, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
And it truly is just Deus Ex Machina, but for gags. If it's funny, it will happen.
It's so good.
The latest chapter was Chef Kiss.
Chef Kiss.
So that what I'm basically, to tie it all back to One Piece.
Yeah.
Pound is that triple S tier asterisk.
Yeah.
Like, if it's funny, he can do anything.
You know what it is? Instead of to tie it back one more time, you know, in My Hero, when the villain got shot with like the quirk power up, like the quirk steroid, and it turned his quirk into overdrive, like that's Oda with a gun, but it's like a gag steroid, and he's just unloading the clip on Pound. Like, he's just absolutely unloading everything in that gun on Pound.
And he's clearly getting very powerful. Like, not to power scale again, but most devil fruit users, they can't water. They can't do it. Pound, he's already above them. If you can swim, you're better than any devil fruit user.
Yeah, he's already stronger than everybody right now.
Exactly. Better watch out.
Oh, it's so good. I love this.
Dude.
Getting straight into the chapter though, like literally right where we left off, Kaido is just like, yes, the full moon. You minks turn into moon lion berserkers known as Sulong. And they're all just like, all of the musketeers are just kind of like tipping their hats, just standing there in the snow.
Yeah, it's such a nice detail because they're trying to like save it. Yeah. So they're like deliberately not looking at the moon. But also like, dude, what a panel. Like it's a smaller panel, but it looks so fucking good.
Yeah.
Just as good as like the end of last chapter. Love it. Gotta love it.
Oh, it's so sick. But I love the door fucking opens and you can see like one of the numbers comes out and we get their name later, but you could see the shadow. He's like opening this door. He's the size of the fucking door. And then like a tiny ass shadow below him, you could see that it's fucking Jack. And they all come out and you could see the design of like this number. Like they really are just like, this one reminds me a lot of, oh my god, what's that? The Inuyasha author.
Urusei Yatsura.
Yeah. With the little ogre. Like
yeah.
They're just like Onis, yeah.
Yeah, it's the traditional Oni design.
Yeah.
Love it. Love to see it.
The good
but like,
shit.
He's fucking huge. It's really surprising. Like, it confused me a little bit the first time I read it, because I was like, wait, Jack's not that big, is he?
Is he? Yeah, it's crazy. Because, like, in the panel where they're standing together, Jack looks, like, way bigger, but I think it's just a matter of, like, positioning.
It's perspective.
Yeah, perspective / sometimes Oda, like, exaggerates the size differences.
Right, like...
So I think in this one, he's purposely making Jack look, like, bigger.
Right, because Jack, when he comes into the room, like, he's a fucking presence.
Yeah, but, oh, dude. Jack, he says, "You samurai have really made a mess of things, and it was our mistake that you got this far. You will never get this close to Kaido again." And, dude, like, all the minks are like, oh, it's so good. Because we get Garfield and Odie just, like, seeing Jack again, yeah.
Like, Garfield going off saying, "Stay back, all of you, Gara," like, talking to the Musketeers and the Agazaya and everyone. Jack is the very man who brought ruin to 1,000 years of peace in our city, despite our insistence that there was no samurai there. And, like, Raizo, the one, like, being defended in Zou, like, coming up saying, "I'm the one they claimed was not there, Jack. They saved my life, and I intend to repay my debt many times over." So, dude, like,
yeah,
it's very interesting that he's not regretful, that he's gonna take those emotions and be like, fuck you, Jack.
Yeah. Oh man, even Jackie's like, it was you, like staring at, like pissed at fucking what's his fuck Rizzo. Jesus Christ.
It's a little hard to tell. Is he pissed, confused, or terrified? Because something looks like a sweat bubble, but it also might be a vein.
It's a small panel. All three. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know, Rizzo's got a big head. You know what that means.
Yeah. Big head, small panel. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But, oh man, this part's so cool. All the Guardians and Musketeers. they're like, no, like, you two stand back for now. Save your strength for Kaido. We see Whale Forest Guardians, Rhodey and BB, and they fucking go like Sulong. And the Musketeers are like, you two, Odie. And they fuck like Giovanni, Sicilian, and Consulate. Like, dude, they just go fuck. Sicilian's design, he's like, the lion's mane is like just made out of fire. Like,
dude, it's so interesting. The one that, like, I think is a little, like, loopy is Giovanni, because he's just, like, someone on Twitter, labeled him, as a Gigamax Pokemon reject.
Yep.
Instead, he kind of just looks like a bit like a limp noodle here. I do want to say, I just realized the pun behind, Sicilian's name. So, the word for lion in Japanese.
I think I get it too.
It's shishi, like it can be shishi. So like he's a lion. Sicilian is an Italian name. Hey. So it works out. It's cute. I just noticed.
Yeah, that's fucking cool. But this panel too, we get all the fucking Sulong like dudes just charging at Kaido. And you could see in this panel too, like, comparative to Kaido, the number whose name we get, Nangi, 7, I think, right? Nan?
It should be.
Yeah.
Like, you could say that it's like Nan as in like Nani as in question, but like there's no relation, so it has to be 7.
Yeah, because I know the other one, they're all named after, like, they're called the numbers, but I think all their names are supposed to be puns on, like, actual numbers.
Probably, yeah.
Because the other one, I forget what his name was, but his laugh was, like...
It was, like, 6, right?
Yeah, just the number, yeah. But, he's fucking huge. He's a unit.
Dude, yeah, like, you know, you've got all these minks going on. Like, also, Sulong deer, that shit's fucking cool. But...
Yeah.
You know... The numbers might not be, like, something to just, like, push aside. They might be something that, like, they might be, like, real players. We don't know anything about them.
Yeah. I'm interested to see them, like, in actual action.
Man, like, the coolest thing about the whole thing is, like, we cut away with just an explosion. Like, kaboom. They do the clash.
Yeah.
And we cut from the clash. Like, it's far away. We don't really see, like, any, like, first blood or anything. Just cut. And we get Mama. Oh, they started fighting up there. And Queen and King's. Oh, did Jack go up with them? And King with the jab. Unlike you, he was considerate enough to leave.
Bro.
And then fucking jingle, jangle, jingle, jangle, jingle, jangle. King hears, he looks up, it's Shinobu. Trying to tie Momonosuke off, and she gets found out. And she gets... You know how, like... Okay, so basketball players... A lot of people think basketball players are good at basketball because they're tall. I personally believe that basketball players are good solely because of how big their hands are in relation to a standard basketball.
Yeah.
So, like, LeBron James has a big hand because he's a big man. And he can just palm a basketball, no problem, and just fucking, like, manipulate it easily.
Yeah.
King does that with Shinobu's head.
Yeah, her entire ass head just in his palm. And like, dude, King is a fucking savage, bro. Like, King grabs her by the head and just fucking, like, chucks her into the wall.
Like, you know, to certain degrees, Oda stays, like, having women in, like, secondary roles. Like, it kind of sucks because Shinobu has, like, a crazy good, like, fruit, but it seems to have the caveat of the guy from Bleach with the same fucking power that, like, once the power's kind of let loose, it'll just, like, kind of consume. Yeah. So it might be, like, indiscriminate or some shit. Like, who fucking knows? But it kind of sucks to see her just get bodied like this.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not the last we're gonna see of her, but I feel ya.
Nah, bro, she's fucking dead.
She's fucking dead.
Hopefully we get redemption. I believe in her.
Yeah. But, okay, so she gets slammed into a wall. And everyone's like, no, it didn't work. No, Shinobu. Mwah. Mwah. Oda, you've done it again. I would like to speak to the head chef. Head chef Oda, sir, this dish was amazing. 5 stars.
I fucking love it.
10 stars on Yelp. 10 out of 10. You see King look back up, and you just hear clank, bam! All of the chains broken. Queen is like, what was that? And King is like, dog, what the fuck? And then Momonosuke starts flying. And at this point, as the reader, you're like, aw, shit. I already know what's going on.
It took me a second, to be honest. I was like, who can levitate like that? With a Jedi? In one
Jedi?
piece?
Oh my god. And, like, Shinobu starts flying away in the little ninja kite. King flies over with a fucking, like, armament hockey knee. And we see a fucking invisible silhouette just clash with his foot, blocking it. Ooh, who's that? Ooh, the number 3. Oh, it's Sanji. Mr. Prince himself. And I love fucking... Oh, this part was so... I got so hype on this page alone. Because Nami was like, I thought you were chasing after women. And then Sanji, like, throws Momonosuke to Shinobu. And Shinobu grabs him. And then he said, this part... Oh, it's so good. Chef kiss. Hey, Momo. It's... Momonosuke looks back. He's like, Sangoro. And he's like, way to drop your name like a man. And it's it's so fucking sick,
dude. Like, straight up, Adrian and I were talking about it, and like, Adrian and I were not like super shy on how we feel about Sanji generally. See, like this Sanji guy, whatever. I couldn't care less about him. Sanji, fuck him.
All right,
but this Mr. Prince guy,
I'll
no relation.
Kill you. No, I'm just kidding.
Mr. Prince, no relation to Sanji. Yeah. This guy, this new character that shows up every so often. I wonder who he is. That guy, Mr. Prince, absolutely fucking love him. He is the best of the best, the cream of the crop.
Chad. Oh man, Sanji's so fucking cool. I thought this moment was cool because, like, man, I don't know. I read too much into when he tells Momo, like, way to drop your name like a man, as sort of like a reflection on him. Like, yeah, like, you know, I don't know. I felt it was kind of like, like at some point I feel like Sanji might get like because he like hates it's set up like, oh, he hates the Vinsmokes, but like he hates the Germa. But I feel like it's gonna become a thing at some point where like he's gonna accept the name, but like
he's not gonna accept the family.
Yeah, like he's gonna accept, like, at some point, like, the acceptance will come, like, yes, I am a Vinsmoke, but like I am not them, like I am Sanji, right, Vinsmoke. I'm not Germa. Yeah.
Nah, it's a good parallel. You're right.
Coming from Sanji, I was like, damn, that shit's fucking good. And
dude, the next page though is like just as good. Honestly, fuck people who are like, oh, Oda's bad at paneling. Man, fuck that. What a dumbass take. So you got Shinobu like hightailing it out of there, And Sanji is so King transforms straight to pterodactyl.
Allow me to wet my beak.
Sanji's like right on the fucking peak. And he's like, oh, this is not good. Stop it, you bird freak. A big gaping hole in my stomach. A big gaping hole in the stomach could kill someone. Like, ironic, he's a chef. But, like, the angles of everything in these panels, like, so, like, King is, like, dropping him, descending him. King keeps saying, like, not just a hole. I'll split you in two. Let's see if you can vanish and escape that. And, like, Sanji's like, oh, the invisibility is a visual thing. And they go straight into this whole building.
Yeah.
But the whole time, the direction of, like, the lines and the movements of King is, like, pointing straight at that building.
Yeah. As you read the panels, your eyes are, like, being drawn towards the through line of, like, where they fucking get slammed into.
It's so good. And like, even, like, there's, like, a bit of perspective, like, from, like, Sanji's perspective, but it's still, like, angled correctly.
Yeah.
And Luffy's reacting. He's like, oh, that looked bad.
Yeah.
And that's also angled correctly.
Yeah. Real quick, too, I had seen a video, I think it was Mr. Morge's video. There's been a couple people talking about it, but, like, because they said, like, oh, you know, like, Zoro got the Rio, right? Like, he got Enma, and he's able, like, Zoro technically has, I guess, been able to use, like, Rio with...
Right, all sword users, this and that.
Yeah, since, like, Alabasta, like, he showed, like, you know, this, like, innate understanding of it, but, like, he didn't fully get it yet.
Yeah.
And, like, we've gotten, in post-time skip, like, we've gotten, like, Whole Cake Island, we got introduced to, like, the advanced version of, like, in Wano we got advanced version of, like, armament hockey, and then in Whole Cake we got a vision of, like, an advanced version of observation hockey where, like, you can peer into the future.
Right.
But I've seen some people, because, like, you know, the hockey can, like, manifest itself differently in everybody, and some people were talking about Sanji with the raid suit and, like, his invisibility, and also the same thing as what's his face on Blackbeard's crew, who has the invisibility fruit.
Oh, right.
The swordsman. I'm blanking. It's like
the what's his fuck of the rain.
Yeah. That guy. I watched the video talking about it, and it's basically like some people are theorizing that, like, so, like, the power of invisibility is, like, not, like, you could probably, like, you can technically still sense them using observation hockey. So it becomes a thing of, like, well, I don't think Oda would just, like, give them invisibility if, like, observation hockey obviously trumps that. Like, you're able to sense where your opponent is.
Yeah.
But because observation hockey, like, or any hockey, I guess, manifests itself, like, differently within people. I've seen a theory that, like, with Sanji and, I'm blanking on his name, the swordsman, from Blackbeard's crew, people are theorizing that, like, maybe Sanji's, like, advanced form of observation hockey is, like, to mask his presence in a sense,
dude.
To, like, to combine it with his invisibility, like, he would be able to mask his presence.
There'd be some precedence for it.
Yeah, because especially in this chapter, like, there's some precedent for it because Shinobu and Raizo have both been able to do stuff like that. Like, there's multiple panels in the Udon prison when they were trying to do the prison break. Like, Raizo was there the entire time, and he was just, like, I know it's like, oh, like, you know, ninja, quote unquote, but he was, like, hopping around, and nobody noticed him. And it's a thing that's, like, you know, you could play it off as, like, a gag, but it's, like, if Oda wanted to be, like, oh, no, like, he's able to mask his presence using, like, observation hockey, like, I feel like that would be super fucking sick. I mean, Sanji even says, like, oh, the invisibility is just a visual thing, but it's like, oh, but what if?
Dude,
I don't know. Food for thought. I think it'd be super fucking cool if Sanji...
I really like it. Because,
I mean, Sanji's innate, his... What's the word I'm looking for? His proficiency, I guess, in hockey is observation. Like,
right. And
Luffy's his
he's
conquerors.
shown
Yeah.
that, like, you know, you could consider, like, so in Whole Cake Island, when Katakuri, like, flicked
dodging
his
the
bean,
jelly bean.
and,
Yeah.
dodged the bean, like, and Katakuri not
My
foreseeing that,
My man was shooketh when Sanji did that.
like, Sanji's got insane observation hockey. So, and to your point that, like, maybe it's masking his presence, the fact that he got to where he did in Impel Down, during that arc to open up the door is absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way, like, sure, it was kind of just the, like, gotcha plot shit fuck, but
Oh, you mean
Sanji
in like Water 7, right?
Water 7, yeah. Water
Yeah.
7 with the rest of that shit.
Yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Right. He opened up the big door so everyone fucking escape and shit. Like, there's no way he, like, got through that. Sanji is, like, a pacifist to a certain degree.
Yeah.
He doesn't really want to fight. He doesn't want to use his hands to fight, really. And, like, he only fights when, like, some shit's on the line. Be it, like, something as frivolous as a girl, or something as big as, like, what's going on now.
Yeah. It's fucking, dude, I love Sanji. It's fucking cool. I hope that, like, that theory's correct and he gets, like, an observation hockey, like, boost like that, like, always able to, like, mask his presence, because, like, even if he doesn't use it with, like, if he uses it in conjunction with the raid suit, it's fucking busted. Even if he doesn't, like, base Sanji fighting people, like, he would be able to, like, I mean, he already moves at, like, fucking Mega Mach speed. I guess you could, like, make the argument that he kind of already has something like that, because on Whole Cake Island, he speed blitzed Oven and like blocked some, like, Oven was gonna attack somebody, I think Chiffon, and he, like, kicked Oven, and Oven was like, what the fuck just hit me? Like he didn't see him at all.
Right.
Yeah. So I guess you could make the argument that he might already have something like that, but it hasn't been, like, explicitly stated. But still, regardless, I'm all about Sanji getting some time to shine. I've seen some people like, oh, like, can he really take on King, like, by himself? And I'm like, well, like, two thoughts, because one, like, they're in this, Zoro's in the same room as this, so I feel
where they crashed.
If anything, Zoro's gonna appear, and it'll be like Zoro and Sanji tag teaming King.
Yeah. I can see that.
Like, I see that possibility, or, like, fuck it. I feel like Sanji could take on King, like, cause, I don't know. Like, he when he took on Virgo and Doflamingo, like, when he took on Virgo, he was, like, fighting Virgo 101, and it showed that his, like, shin, like, cracked because Virgo hit him so hard. Like, he blocked the full armament hockey leg.
Yeah.
And then he took on Doflamingo, and he wasn't, like, completely outclassed. I mean, then again, Doflamingo wasn't, like, you know, trying to, like, I mean, he was trying to kill. Yeah. He wasn't going against him as hard as he did against Luffy, but, like, he still was, like, trying to kill them to get what's-her-face back. But, like, I don't know. Seeing him block the knee and seeing, like, the armament hockey, like, lightning, and not seeing him, like, wince in pain or anything, like, I think he could do it.
Based ass Sanji. Look, you know, like, jokes aside, it's really good to see this. It's really cool.
Yeah.
On the other hand, though, we got fucking, we got a whole conundrum yet again. The next and basically final scene is, it starts out with Yamato and Luffy, and Luffy telling Yamato, like, hey gang, let's fucking split up. Yamato, you go after Momonosuke, because they're gonna need all the fucking help they can get. And Yamato, I love this sweet dumbass. He's so dumb. He's like, can I? And Luffy's like, what do you mean? Can I? Oh, right. It's only natural. He's my son after all.
And Luffy is just like, just get the fuck out of here. Just go.
Right. Yeah, it's just like, we've got no time for this. Shut the fuck up. Please. Just, sure, he's your son. I don't fucking go help him. And I've been loving the art. I believe it was Maddie, the artist for the official One Piece podcast.
Yeah.
She posted something where a lot of artists have been posting a lot about the specific gag, but she posted like something where it was like, "You're my son," and Momo being like, "Who are you?"
Yeah, who are you?
And
you're not
then,
my dad.
And then I saw someone drew like it was a parody where it was like Darth Vader and Luke in that one scene where it's like, "I am your father."
Oh yeah.
And then Momonosuke, no.
Yeah. So good, dude. Yeah,
dude, that
people.
shit's so funny.
I am here for all of the fucking fan art that's been coming out with like Yamato and Momonosuke and everybody.
Dude, it's so like if they weren't in the worst situation humanly possible, much like how we are in real life, it'd be so fucking funny.
Yeah.
The gags would be great. And not to make matters worse, Big Mom just fucking barrels on in as Luffy's like giving Yamato the order basically. And she comes in, "Listen up everyone, we're gonna kill every last invading samurai so we can start this party over again." And then the rest of all the like beast pirates that were like left in the skull, they're like, "Yeah!" And Mom's clearly pissed. She holds a grudge. Like,
yeah.
We've known that, but we see it now where she goes after Luffy. The wedding, the tea party, the feast. You've destroyed everything I look forward to.
Oh my god, she hits him with the fucking Elbaf, like, Ikoku sovereignty. It just blows a hole straight through the fucking skull.
Like, there's two fucking Yonko here. There's no way this skull is gonna be intact.
Yeah.
By the end of this
Absolutely no way.
Like, Onigashima is going to sink.
Yeah. Onigashima is done for. I love the samurai because, like, you know, they're from this fucking... They've never left the island. They don't know what the fuck is going on outside. So
who
all
this
of them are like,
bitch is?
Yeah. Yo, who this bitch? Who's this monstrous crone? From the stories I hear, she's a pirate captain every bit as fearsome as Kaido. Wait, then they have two Kaidos?
Why does your mom let you have two Kaidos?
Yeah. Oh my god. And I want to say, I love this little panel of Luffy. Man, we've been saying it, that like Luffy has had so much fucking development that people just choose not to fucking see. Because they choose to be like, "Oh, haha, Luffy's dumb and hasn't changed at all."
Luffy
like,
dumb funny man.
He
go boing boing.
Yeah. Damn it, I want to go up there too. But if she follows me, that just means more enemies for them to fight. Talking about the Akazaya 9. Like, dude, Luffy is a homie. Luffy has had growth.
He understands.
It's almost as if the Straw Hats have had character development this whole time.
It's almost like we can read into the text and understand the nuances that are quite plain to see when you don't read everything absolutely literally.
Yeah. Which I want to get into something like that at the end of this chapter because people were pissing me off with this shit too.
Bruh!
Yeah.
Okay. Dude.
But we get Big Mom like, "Aha, so you've chosen to run. Come, Zeus." And I love this panel like, like she's grabbing her hand and then Zeus!
And the sound effects is just silence. Absolute silence.
And fucking, "You can't, Nami. She'll kill you. Busted." And I love Nami. "Listen, Buster, you've got a choice to make, me or Big Mom, but I can't disobey Mama."
Dude, I fucking love Zeus so much. He feels very like 1950s cartoon, like boy with a lollipop.
Yeah.
Does that paint a picture for you?
Yes. I understand exactly. Like
It's the hat. It's mostly the hat and the crybabiness.
I love it. But I love because Zeus, like, because even Big Mom takes Zeus back. She's like, you little cat burglar, like, if you go easy on her, I'll make you disappear, Zeus. And then, I'm sorry, Nami, die! Like, Zeus, like, actually cares about Nami. I want Zeus to just be with Nami. Like,
dude, Zeus, 10th Straw Hat.
Dude.
11th Straw Hat.
Yeah.
Everyone's Straw Hat. Big Mom Straw Hat.
Big Mom for Straw Hat. Dude, and this part. The ending of this chapter is so fucking good.
Dude, the fucking... Dude, activate soul sensor. The clock, I got rid of it, for I am the wind. And no context.
I hate your guts. We'll never be friends again. Yelling at Zeus.
Dude, I love it. Out of fucking nowhere, Frankie and Brooke slicing straight through Zeus yet again. Consider yourself sliced. Frankie bopping Mom in the face. I'm Frankie the Freedom Rider. Like,
dude.
Oh. The Beast Pirates are like, oh, who were they? And Zeus frayed completely from, like, being cut in half.
Yeah.
And this line, dude, oops, did I just run over something? Does anyone have a runny nose?
I love this little panel of Nami. Big bro! Dude, yeah, I had read, I forget who it was. I think it was Greg from the One Piece magazine.
Oh, probably.
He had posted something about the last... let me find it. It's the last panel in Japanese. He says...
in English, it's a, like, entendre. Because in Japanese, hana means nose and hana means flower.
Yeah.
So that's why we get, like, hope someone didn't get a runny nose.
Yeah. Which makes
Stephen
sense because she got smacked in the nose.
Right. Stephen Paul, like, went with the, like, bravado kind of angle to it and, like, gave it, like, a kind of, like, you know, this feels really weird to attribute to Frankie, but that kind of, like, Sonic the Hedgehog smugness, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's what Stephen Paul's going with. But in Japanese, the line is, hana o hitenakia. So it's more of a, like, oh, like, you shouldn't, like, step on flowers, or you shouldn't, like, bring down on flower. Like,
yeah.
The verb, I've been very bad about, like, expressing my words, but, like, you shouldn't fuck up a flower, basically.
Yeah.
And, if you haven't watched a lot of, like, is it particularly Japanese romances, be it, like, anime, manga, or, like, dramas, women are often referred to as, like, flowers for their purity, their beauty, this and that.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, this kind of, like, hope I didn't mess up a flower kind of thing is a very tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. Like, Frankie being like, you're no flower, you're no fucking pristine woman, I'm gonna fucking vroom vroom all over you, skeet skeet skeet.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. I love it. Frankie is the homie. I'm glad Brooke cockblocked Robin because this gay lover's motorcycle wheelie straight onto Big Mom's face is, I'm fucking here for it.
It's so fucking good. Like, oh man, especially like the cherry on top is Nami calling Frankie Aniki.
Yeah.
Which I don't think she's ever done. Like, Adrian and I thought about it.
Never, I don't think.
It's so good. It's so, like, fitting. I love it.
I love it so much.
Like, I know it's for the whole gag of, like Frankie being an old-timey, like, greaser in Japan.
Yeah.
But,
see,
for how this is, love it.
Now what I need is Robin and Jinbei to be there, and I need Robin's reaction to this.
Dude.
If I get a single panel of Robin talking to Frankie and there's any sort of blush, it's over. It's already over from the last color spread, but it's over.
Like, it's so good.
Yeah. Frankie and Robin
we're gonna be unbiased. We're gonna be unbiased.
We're gonna be unbiased. Of course, we're gonna stay unbiased, but
it's confirmed.
Just know. Yeah, just know. This is an unbiased threat that if that happens,
dude, it's so fucking good. But
yeah,
you had foreshadowed for our listeners that some people were not too happy about this last page.
Look, all right. It's just like, again, like you kind of alluded to it in another sense with the character development, like, oh, it's like people reading like literally into things. Like, I feel like it's just like selective reading, and people get mad that the Yonko are getting like bested or even touched. And we've already talked about it with Kaido, or at least I have ad nauseum. But I'm gonna do it again. Kaido's introduction is like, okay, maybe those events happened, but the way they're portrayed in the chapter that he's introduced, especially when they're presented by a narrator, if it had been a character saying all of those things, then maybe it would have been different. But because it's the narrator saying all these really exaggerated things, like, oh, like he got captured and he, you know, fought an entire army and like all this shit, like, you know, all the stuff that they said Kaido did, like, it's very much presented as though it's like a myth of sorts, especially when you consider Kaido's been living on Wano for how long, and Wano's been isolationist for how long, and so nobody has ever actually seen Kaido because he's always on Wano. And so it's like,
when they do,
fuck.
It's like a freak kind of like natural phenomenon when he decides to just like jump off clouds every so often.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, so this dude who the world knows nothing about is a Yonko. Like, do you really think that like they would just be like, oh, well, we don't know anything about him? Or do you think the entire world, knowing he's a Yonko and knowing that they don't know anything about him, would like create these fucking myths based on random things he's done? It's just that's how that chapter sort of read. Like, yes, I'm not saying Kaido's not strong. Of course he's fucking powerful. Like, he's one of the Yonko, but
he'd fucking tear up an army and a half. Like,
but
yeah.
Throughout this entire like versus the 4 Yonko saga, Oda has made it a point to sort of illuminate and show like these Yonko, they're part of like the same thing with Whitebeard. Like, you could take Whitebeard's sickness as sort of like a literal representation of this, like in his old age. Like, they're the old generation.
Yeah.
And this is the new generation coming up. And no matter what they do, the march of time moves forward. Like they're going to get bested. What's his face? Big News Morgan's put it best. He was like, one person out of the worst generation will become the next Pirate King, and I'm placing my bets on Luffy. And it's like, even, Fishman Island, they sort of present Big Mom as this big fucking, like, oh my god, it's the first time we've seen a Yonko, like, she's fucking strong.
And she is.
Yeah, and she is. And when we first get to Whole Cake Island, it's like, holy fuck, like, her information network is crazy, she's got all this shit. And then we see what she's actually like. It's like, oh, she's really mentally unhinged. And, like, her family, which is her pirate crew, like, she doesn't care about any of them. And any of them care about her. And it's just a giant clusterfuck of a family that doesn't work. It's a non-functioning family. And it's like, okay, there's no way that, like, Luffy would have broken into Whole Cake Island and wouldn't have done what he did because they're so dysfunctional.
Right.
And I've seen people like, oh, Big Mom is like, she's a giant meme. Like, Oda keeps fucking her up. It's like, no, that's on purpose. She's supposed to be viewed like that because Oda wrote her like that. Like, she's supposed to be this giant, powerful Yonko character from a bygone era. Like,
she's literally still, like, juvenile.
Yeah.
In so many ways. And, like, how is that not going to be a flaw? Like, you could say that Luffy's juvenile as well.
Yeah,
and you're right.
Of course.
But the way that they show that is so different. Where Luffy's shown to have this, like, childlike, pure wonder like goody two shoes kind of childness.
Yeah.
Whereas Big Mom's a fucking brat, and she's never stopped being a brat.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah,
shit matters. Like, context to this fucking matters. Not just like the fucking words on the page, but everything that we see and all the combined experiences that we've read through. Not just like one new piece of information being like, well, now this is the New Testament of the Bible, and I will throw out everything else.
Like, if you read Whole Cake Island in its entirety, front to back, and you saw how Big Mom is portrayed, riding on Prometheus and like flying around and like trying to kill the Straw Hats. If you saw her in her hunger pains getting hit by the Straw Hats, and even before that, the entire lead up through the story, you get interactions with all of her children and her, and you see them all like just getting fucked over. Like the fact that Oven, like a fucking nobody in her army, like he's like what, 47th in command or some dumb shit. Like the fact that the fact that he had to step up and become like the number one in command to get shit under control. Like the fact that anything that happened on that island was allowed to happen. The fact that we see Katakuri in his flashback, like how the children were treated. The fact that Pudding reveals in her flashback about how she was treated by all the kids. She literally had to like
siblings.
Yeah, she literally had to like stab these kids like crying because they were like bullying her, and Big Mom was like, "Oh yeah, it's survival of the fittest" to her fucking kids. Like, Big Mom is dysfunctional. The versus the 4 Yonko saga, I believe, like it's these young, like Big Mom and Kaido specifically, they're at the top, but they're complacent. That's the word I'm looking for. Whitebeard, I don't think Whitebeard wasn't complacent.
He was on his way out.
Yeah, he was on his way out, and he had shifted his dream. He didn't want anything but a strong family. But like during Marineford, he was like, no, like my dream right now is to have a strong family and to make Ace king of the pirates. Like he wanted Ace to get the One Piece. Like that was his goal. He was like, I care about Ace. I love Ace. I want Ace to be the king of the pirates. Like I want Ace to find the One Piece. Mm-hmm. And that's what his goal was at the end of life. Because he already knew. He was like, well, I'm on my way out. Like, there's no point. Yeah. I have a happy family. Like this is my goal now. Big Mom and Kaido are still living in the fucking past. I mean, you can even see that with Big Mom's speech to Nami and Luffy in that prison, where she's like, "Oh fuck Lola, this fucking bitch." Like if she hadn't fucked up the marriage, I would have, all these past tense, I would have been stronger than, I would have fucking found the One Piece. I would have been stronger than the world government. Like
it's
I could have. Yeah. It's all past tense. Like, oh, if this hadn't fucked up, I would have. I could have. Even just recently with Kaido, he talks about like, oh, like you think pirates aren't gonna like fuck you over? Like, yeah, I know that all too well. Like referencing something that happened in the past. Yeah, it's like they're at the top because they're so powerful and they do deserve respect, because they're powerful characters. But it's very clear that like they are complacent in their placement at the top.
Yeah. It's very interesting to see like all of these structures, societal and like conceptual, being brought down right in front of us. And like a lot of people are very used to just run-of-the-mill battle manga. Like, don't get me wrong, like the fights in One Piece are cool and this and that, but like, please fucking read.
Yeah,
have some like literary capabilities. Like, I'm not saying that like.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm not saying that we're great at like fucking literary analysis. Yeah. Like, we're just telling you, the audience, and you listeners were probably
like our
just
interpretation of this.
And it's our interpretation, but it's a very like skin level kind of interpretation. I'm no fucking scholar. Do you think I have a degree? Surprisingly, I do, but not in this shit. So like,
not in One Piece,
right? Not in One Piece. I fucking wish, but if there was, universities, contact me, please.
Yeah, please.
But no, like, just fucking read and try to think about what you're reading, no matter if it's One Piece or not. because
Yeah.
there's so much richness, not like world building or this and that, just depth and flavor
And
in
I think,
everything.
Yeah, this whole like Yonko's getting like disrespected. I keep seeing that thrown around. Like that's like they're not getting disrespected. It's proof that the world itself in One Piece is moving. Like I said, time the tides of time march forward constantly. They're never stopping. Like you could say if you're mad at this, then like you should be mad at like, oh, I can't believe they abolished the Shichibukai system. I can't believe they found a power greater than the Shichibukai. That's bullshit. That's dumb. It's like, no.
I can't believe there was something stronger than the Gorosei, or like...
Yeah. It's a thing. It's like, I can't believe that at this late in the game, the tides of power in the One Piece universe are changing as we go into like the final like beats of the story. It's like to get mad at something like that is crazy to me. Like, oh, like getting mad that Big Mom or Kaido even get touched is like, dude, like,
okay, like I know our listeners aren't like this, and we're talking to a straw man.
Yeah, we're talking to a straw man, but it's just annoying to see because, like, even look back at Garp, bro. When Garp introduces the Yonko, he doesn't tell you, oh, Big Mom is like 6 foot something and her power level is like 1208. No, he exaggerates the fuck out of it. He says they're the 4 strongest pirates in the whole fucking universe, and the only reason that they don't do shit is because the world's government is on the other side of the scale. Like, he tells you, like, this over-exaggerated, like, yo, these guys are next fucking level, Luffy. Like, you have no fucking idea. And it's just insane to me that, like, I don't know. It's insane that, like, when I see people like, oh, Big Mom's getting disrespected, she's just a joke. It's like, dude, come on, dude, please read.
Do power scalers like genuinely like the Straw Hats? Question mark. Like, because like, even if it wasn't Frankie, if it was Luffy smacking Big Mom, someone would have complained.
Yeah.
Like, do you like these people? Do you trust the Straw Hats? Or no?
I don't know. Again, it comes down to like a weird, I don't know. I don't know if it's that these people like aren't reading the story, or they're selectively remembering things in the story, or they just see Big Mom and Kaido presented as like the 4 strongest powers, and they think that the fights have to go like Bleach. Like, oh, like, you know, as much as I love Bleach, it's like, oh, they think it has to be like, oh, well, like Frankie has to be shown to get this cool, crazy power up in order to touch Big Mom. Oh, Ichigo has to train through the entire arc to achieve Bankai to even touch Byakuya. It's like, no, dude. Like, the Straw Hats have been getting stronger the entire time. Like, they didn't just stop getting stronger once the time skip happened. Like, they've been getting stronger. And I don't know, man. Look, One Piece is good. These people, like, I don't know, man. I don't get it. I guess if I had to boil it down to its core, I don't get it. I don't get why people get mad when Kaido gets touched, like when Big Mom gets like hit by something. Like these characters, I've been reading, I've been doing the homework. These characters are complacent in their territories, and that is literally going to be their downfall.
It's very interesting to see society change.
Yes.
And it just like in real life, that like it's very hard to see what the majority of people will think at a certain moment, and it's only in retrospect where we can see how powerful people have become. It's very interesting how like in One Piece we can see people like out here changing in very real ways, in like in not in real time, because we have to wait like 2 weeks for every damn chapter.
Yeah.
Oda, take your time. I'm only slightly bitter.
Yeah.
But you know, as close to real time as like fucking manga is.
Yeah.
And so, you know, people are struggling to like take in this information just the same way as like people struggle to take in information in real life. So
yeah,
it's frustrating. Not gonna lie, it's pretty damn frustrating. But like, it's interesting.
Yeah, It's interesting. I don't know, man. I don't get it.
No.
I just want people to get some hooked on phonics, to learn their ABCs, learn their vowels, and then come back to me when they're at a 3rd grade level like I am, and read the story along with me.
Trust me, you don't have to learn Japanese and fucking be able to read the raws in order to fucking read into this. Like, honestly, like, Stephen Paul does an incredible job of like getting tone and getting characterizations across.
Yeah.
So if you're an English reader and you're fluent, depend on that, and that's it. And just read what's on the page, because there's so much there between the lines.
Yeah. There's before we sign out, there is I mean, he doesn't need us to shout him out, but there is a YouTube channel called Crafts Dwarf. He does a whole bunch of videos, but he does a lot of like YouTube or One Piece YouTube videos, and he dives so deep into like these specific characters, and it's just so fucking good. Like there's one where he talks about, I think he talks about like each of the Strawhats, but like he goes so deep into this, and it like we said, like we're not fucking like reading deep into the literature. That's literally what his videos are. He's reading like deep into the literature, like talking about these characters within the story, and he uses like the literature to like he uses the story to like emphasize, like he reads the deeper message in it, and they're really good videos.
It's really good to see shit like that, and it's like we also say a lot of the time that like, oh, like One Piece is a kid's fucking manga, like this and that, but like it shows that it's like it's good media, it's for everyone. Like, and analysis is a very good way to tell us that, because sometimes it can be hard to tell. One of my favorite like media analysis series is the YouTuber and also author and like everything, Lindsay Ellis.
Yeah.
Lindsay Ellis is really good, but she has one video about a series about film analysis, specifically talking about the Transformers movies.
Yeah.
And that shit is so funny and so good, because like she's taking it very seriously and she's actually deconstructing it. But and we get to see so many different viewpoints, whether we agree with it or not. But like it's a silly and like objectively kind of just like not so serious movie. Like it just goes to show there's so much to read into. It's good.
Yeah.
Reading is good.
Reading is good. I think that's where we're gonna end it. Reading is good.
Reading good, actually.
Yeah,
Misa learned how to read.
All right, Jar Jar. Well, Misa gonna sign us out. If you wanna follow us on all of our social media, we are at Paramecia Cast on Twitter, Paramecia Fancast everywhere else, Facebook, YouTube, the like. ParameciaFancast.libsyn.com. Episodes are uploaded every single Monday following the official release, and as soon as they're uploaded on Libsyn, they are sent to every single podcatcher that can man. Yeah, that is eligible to receive an RSS feed, which is all of them. There's website, like I search Paramecia Fancast like every couple days, like just to check to see if we're like showing up. And like, I'll get the Libsyn in my thing, I'll get like YouTube, and then I'll get like random fucking websites that like I just don't fucking know, but it's like podcast hosting websites, and it's just like, yeah, we got the RSS feed, so I'm like, all right.
Yeah, whatever, John, like, like pulling the curtain back, like John and I started this, John figured out how to get the RSS feed working. I don't know what the fuck he did, but it's everywhere.
Yeah, I literally put it on... I prioritized Spotify and iTunes for the RSS feed, but like just the RSS feed's like very existence, like these podcatcher websites literally just find RSS feeds and they're just like, yeah, like
someone on our Discord, Tibnak, always a very good joy on our Discord actually has been pointing out recently that Google Play is gone or some shit like that.
Yeah, I got an email about it. They're I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Google Play has always been the one that has eluded me.
Likewise.
That's a story for another time.
But
they do some weird shit with Google.
Now there is a Google Podcast, and Tibnak, they were saying about like you type in One Piece and like you'll find a lot of shit that you would not have expected. So, if you're out there searching for podcasts, if you're like on the perusing your window shopping, apparently the search function for Google Podcasts is out of this fucking world.
Yeah. They got hella shit in here. Hey, that's pretty good.
Shit's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Yusa can check us out we're at Paramecia Cast on Twitter, Paramecia Fancast everywhere else. Our Discord is linked on all of those.
Yeah.
We've been noticing that.
And the pinned tweet and in the description of all of our social media.
Yeah.
I've gotten a lot of people join recently. It's been pretty sick.
Yeah, it's been really fun. You know, it's so entertaining to see like new people come in with like new fresh ideas, and like we really like listening to what everyone thinks and like all these opinions floating around. Cause, you know, like John and I, like we've been talking for so long, we've been friends for like a decade, that, you know, we're in each other's minds. We understand each other.
Yeah.
We're fucking mind melded. But it's important to get out there and see like what other people are thinking.
Yeah.
You know, when it's something like this, like One Piece, you know, I'm not about to like be like, hey, listen to a neo-Nazi and see what they have. That's not what I'm getting at.
Yeah, that's not what we're getting at.
Yeah.
Oh God, please no.
But yeah, check our shit out. On my side of shit, I do have a YouTube channel for gaming. I am Numabito, Numabito. I am trying right now. I'm doing a playthrough of Paper Mario: The Origami King. It's a let's play, a video every week. I need to upload a video tomorrow, like basically the day after the episode. I would love it if you listen to it. On the side, I'm probably gonna also upload whatever random shit I can, but usually I don't have that much time to play video games, so it's probably only gonna be Paper Mario for a bit. So yeah, that's it.
Hell yes. Crack theory. The existence of Big Mom implies the existence of Big Dad.
It implies the existence of small and medium mom.
Yeah. The existence of Big Mom implies the existence of small, medium, and extra large mom.
The existence of Big Mom implies... Fuck.